is Matt Poulter, and I'm going to be presenting a topic on what makes a leader a hero, and we're going to be talking about Captain America today. So if I ask you guys, a lot of people think a hero doesn't make a leader, in such cases like Batman, or like Daredevil, or like an anti-hero, or so forth. But some heroes are leaders. So today I'm going to make that argument that Captain America is both a wonderful leader and a wonderful hero. So to determine what makes a leader a hero, we have to define what is a leader and what is a hero. So by the dictionary definition, a hero is a couple different terms. It can either be a mythological or legendary figure, often of divine descent, endowed with great strength of ability. It can also be a person admired for achievements and noble qualities. Or it could be one who shows great courage. Now for me, if I look at that second definition, that sounds an awful lot like a hero. So today, I'm going to make that argument that we're going to do that definition going forward for a leader as a hero. So next, what about a leader? A leader is a person who leads or commands a group, organization, or country. Now for my argument, we're going to consider Captain America being a leader in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for the most part, but we will refer to the comics from time to time. Most of the MCU, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe, will be our source material. So in the MCU, Cap leads the Avengers, so he's definitely a leader in that regard, but he's also a hero. So we're going to talk about both of those. So what qualities does Captain America have that allow him to be a wonderful leader, and both a leader and a hero? So the first thing is authenticity. Captain America by himself is an honest and true individual to himself, as well as to his fellow team members and his country. He stands by his true morals and he doesn't waver, and he's being his true self. So that was his first big thing about being a leader. Next, he has a purpose. Steve's purpose is that he fights for freedom, justice, and equality for everyone. He stands by that purpose throughout his whole entire life, even though it kind of was shaky at times, but he still has a moral purpose. His integrity and humility. Cap's integrity and humility is one of his defining characteristics of being both a hero and a leader that can be looked up to. And then going on, that kind of leads into the courage and the inspirational aspect of Captain America. As a leader, leaders have to be kind of leading the charge, so they have to kind of represent that typical inspirational and courageous and foundational of a leader, so that people can rely on him and he can rely on other people. So it builds that trust. So throughout the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Cap's journey as a hero starts out as a little guy from New York who wants to fight during World War II. And his whole intention is he doesn't like bullies. So his whole intention is to join the military and go over and fight the Nazis during World War II. That being said, he was a very little guy, so he failed multiple times to get into the military until his super soldier program came along. But his optimistic and authenticity to get into the military, he tried 7 times throughout his time trying to get into the military. So that shows optimism. He never gave up. He keeps moving forward even though he failed. He gets knocked down, he gets right back up. A good quality of a leader and a hero as well. And then moving forward to the next saga into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, his authenticity and honesty is one of his defining characteristics, because even in the movie Captain America: The Winter Soldier, he even states, "I am always honest to Black Widow." And because of that statement and that honesty, they build a better bond and better friendship and better trust, so they become a better team. So a leader has to build that bond between his teammates and his coworkers and his employees. So Cap showed that initiative of being totally open and honest, and that builds a trusting relationship. So that's a big part about being a leader. So this is one of my favorite quotes from Captain America: Civil War, where Cap's integrity and morals were questioned. The government wanted him to sign a registration act that would reveal his identity, make them kind of more of a governing body of the government, and he didn't see that was right, so his morals were questioned. Then his fellow teammates, who he had trust in and relied on, had to kind of have his back and remind him who he was and what he was standing for. So the quote is, "Compromise where you can, but where you can't, don't. Even if everyone is telling you that something wrong is something right, even if the whole world is telling you to move, it is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye, and say no, you move. And that's from Sharon Carter from Captain America Civil War. So even a leader has to rely on his team sometimes to pull them forward. So Cap is able to build a bond between multiple people and keep moving forward and using that bond to make a better team and better effort and change the world. Okay, so what does Cap bring to being a leader? Like I said, the biggest thing is the authenticity and that trust, so they can rely on others and then they can rely on you. Cap has a team and they have to adapt to struggles and challenges, and they need a leader who leads them through that. So Cap has that kind of almost natural born instinct to be a leader, and his integrity and authenticity leads him to be a wonderful leader. Cap's humility, he never asks his team to do something that he wouldn't do it himself. But oftentimes they actually will do it just because they he leads by example and they see his example, so they want to lead and be a strong leader and hero as well. So he does lead by example and he inspires others to follow in his footsteps. So that can be a defining definition of both a hero and a leader. And then throughout both the comics and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, since Cap is originally from the 1940s during World War II, his morals and ideals are time-tested ideals from, I believe that's Michael White, from an article about the principles of Captain America. He states that Cap's, even though he's an older hero, he still has exemplar, and people can still take inspiration and motivation from him today. And then also, Michael White said that leaders are moral exemplars today because they, or heroes are moral exemplars because in a world that we have a lot of chaos and challenges and struggles, we can look to our comic book counterparts as more like an escape or hope for what the world can be. So they kind of lead, give hope and inspiration, both another defining characteristic of a leader and a hero, and so forth. Michael White also said that the leadership principles are values translated into action. So if values are translating into actions, Captain America is a wonderful example because he's a man of action, because he takes action when he sees fit, but he's a man out of time, so his principles stand true and strong even today. And Michael White also said that even though Captain America is an older example, we don't really need to reinvent the wheel to see how it can apply to today. We just get to learn how to drive over new terrain and so forth. So the whole guiding principle today is that Captain America is a wonderful leader and a hero, and his morals and values can be respected and looked at for guidance and being a man of action and taking action and leading the charge in today's world as a leader. So that concludes my presentation. Thank you and have a wonderful day.